I think what it has is RPM issues. See the alignment of that? You know the reason why that's happening. Look like we've got a little bit of a kick. While I've been saying this truck hasn't had any issues, I'm surprised. But I do see things, you know, eventually becoming an issue. And one is, like I had said before, because everything is so damn flexible, we've got a little bit of a memory issue here. So this is its relaxed state. This is where it should be. But this is now its new state. Did notice we've got some collision going on here. I'm not sure where that came from. Yeah, that's an oddity right there. Got a little bit of collision. Look at the other side. Yeah, the other side kind of has the same thing right there. A little bit of collision and the same exact thing. So while I did increase the spring technical travel, the arm, oh, and this hole is working out great. Just like what we do with the Arrma cars. Looking at these arms, they do look as though they're symmetrical, meaning I can take this one and literally just upside down flop it to that side, and then the reverse is going to happen. So these are basically RPM plastics. That's what I'm looking at. Is these hexes right here. If you're looking for a 17mm hex, these are the ones from Hot Racing. They work absolutely beautiful. I mean, you want to talk about a wheel gets locked down, these things are absolutely perfect for that. So what I figure I'll do here is, I already did pull out one screw just because I started the process and I was like, you might as well film it. So I'm going to take off this back piece so I can hopefully pull the pins. I believe the pins will slide out. And then go after these couple screws here too. Should be a couple screws here. These two screws here, and then that would have popped off if I didn't have these little guys. So that's the other thing too, is when you've got lights, you've got additional stuff that you're kind of getting out of the way. I gotta pick out a bunch of debris, and I'm gonna put the wheelie bar on too, because honestly the thing really does need it. You will grind up the bumper, but it just, on 4S, man, it just lights them up. You know what? That screw, here we go, it got grinded like an Arrma spark screw. So get that, pull this, get that off. That. I'm going to go ahead and pull those pins. I'm going to take this off. I was saying I should just be able to flip this. And then go after the shock screw that's right there, that's also impacted with garbage. The only other thing I'll have to do is flip these, provided that this is the way it goes. Just looking at it, looking at the arm, it looks like that's what I can do. So let's hope that's the case. And I also got that thing, I forgot about that. Got the little sway bar link. Gotta take the link off. I hope these aren't left and right. I don't think they are. Oh no, they are, dude. Never mind. Oh no. Okay. Well, I've said it before, man, there's always a give and take. Ah, crap. I suppose I'm gonna give it still a try, even though it says I can't. The reason why is because it's got a cutout. We'll see. Oh, wow, it even had washers. Well, a washer. So, I was thinking is that I could just do this. And that would basically bring the suspension back. But I also noticed that there was a cutout. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem. So, pop this little link off here. Boy, these things, even these are adjustable. It's pretty wild. But I also suppose that little piece could probably break off. Get this one out of here. This. See how it's bent? Jeez. Little sight hole for the gear in the back there. Huh. I was gonna say, was that chopped away by the actual gear? That almost looks like there is a little bit of flex there. Alright, so this does say HR. I'm not sure what the H is for. It does have cutout for the drive shaft. I'm just not sure if that's a necessary thing. Kind of seems like it might work. Just gonna put this back in place here. Just install the pin on this side. Seems like it fits, dude. Definitely seems like it fits. So it looks like it can swap. It's just not going to be 100% correct, but we'll see if it works. So that's why I keep saying about that give and take, man. There is a give and take to all of this. You want the flexibility, you gotta the take is, okay, fine, you want flexibility, well, there you go. It's watchable. That's for sure. So what I was wondering, boy, it's hard to get in there. So that's the side that's gonna go on. But what I was wondering is, would this still go on? So this is gonna be the side that's on. Okay. Yeah, it can. There we go. It can flip. Now, sway bar. Should I bother installing the sway bar? I think I'll put it back on. I don't think I'm finding any adverse thing with it being on. Didn't click on, but it's on. It's on there. Okay. Install this cap piece. It's good to know. Flip-flop the arms, but things are definitely extra flexible with this thing. And I also, when this thing is sitting, I don't have it sitting on its wheels. It's usually sitting on one of the bumpers, so it's not sitting under that kind of stress, in case you're wondering. That seems to be on okay. Stiff, but maybe that's alright. Beefy parts though, dude. Almost too beefy for what this thing is. I mean, it's a 10th scale and they're using like 8th scale axles, so I guess that's a good thing. Almost like they took a page out of the Law of Racing book. So we installed the MX here for the sway bar. And we had 2 screws for that, which were relatively small. They were also shielded too. Okay. It's all locked in. So in the box there, this thing did come with a wheelie bar. And I had opted to not install it because I have found in the past, I guess for the way I like to drive, wheelie bars just kind of seem to get in the way. But with the short wheelbase of this truck, this wheelie bar actually has a purpose. So they give you 4 screws. They're all the same size. 1 screw there, 1 screw there, and then there's normally screws here for the bumper. I'm going to install those. But look at that. It even has a cutout and it has a surround and a screw that goes through for the other 2 holes that are sitting right there. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the 5 mph bumper support that they've got right there using the factory screws. And the wheelie bar, like I was saying, just attaches going there and there. So one screw on this side goes in through that edge. And then, if you can see, there's two holes, or two sections right there, which you raise this up and put into position, and then screw it in using the last two screws. Again, with this plastic, because it's so damn flexible, you don't know when to stop. You don't know when to stop screwing the screw. Because everything is just moving all over the place. Alright, wheelie bar installed. The shocks back into not the factory location, but the location that I had made so that I would get increased suspension travel. So that is that position, I think, right there. So I need to use a driver to locate the hole like that. I can go ahead and install my screw. See, I don't know if you're catching that. The force that I'm using to push this into place was actually bypassing the threads. So there we go. See the difference? See how now it's technically kind of flat and it's kicked back. So yeah, caster's a little off, but it's gonna work out, dude, because it's gonna end up reflexing. So reflex your suspension. It's the suspension reflex. Alright. We'll get the those screws on too. The RPM captured hinge pins. Whoa. It's just constantly spinning. It's not even going in, dude. There we go. Now it's in there. Alright. So I will put these on. Hey, look at that. I got the right one. Now, I don't want to over tighten that. Make sure. Not over tightened. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, that's fine. Like that. There we go. So see now, it's technically like level, but just increased caster. Alright. So looks like a good there. Wheelie bars installed. We're going to install the tires back on. I did have to re-glue them. I did have one right here that must have clipped a rock. But if you just use super glue, kind of open it up, use super glue, put the glue in there. There was another slice like right there, a little slice right there. It happens, man. You hit a rock, that's what's going to happen. So I have another set of tires that I'm going to throw on this thing, similar to what these are, but with a better offset. So we'll get these installed. Here you go. Wheelie bar installed, factory original tires and wheels reinstalled. In reality, man, this thing doesn't need a damn thing. It already has RPM stuff installed on it with the way these arms flex, man. This is RPM level stuff. I was able to swap the arms. It doesn't look like there's an issue. If it needs to self-clearance, it's just going to be a very slight amount. So there you go. Swap your arms, dude. Swap your arms and you'll regain ride height. So I had noticed in that last video, I was like, man, the ride height seems to be lacking, but I didn't say anything when I put it down on the ground. I was like, man, the back end kind of looks a little low. So sometimes, you know, you don't say the stuff that's in your mind. And when I saw it on the video, I was like, I gotta figure out why that ass end, honestly, why is that ass end so low? So yeah, there's also a reason why I have this right here. Okay, you see this? Yeah, guy, see that little insert? That's an important insert. You'll see. It's kind of partially why I'm trying to flat track my back track right now. Frankensifter has been working overtime. I've got a nice day off today. And I'm gonna get out there and maybe see if I can tune up some jumps out there. We're gonna take this thing out and flat track this. See if there's any difference with the way this thing runs now. See if it overheats. So I'm gonna be out, revving it up. What do I do today?